STAKK Nation.
Champions.
Welcome back to the channel.
Yes, sir.
Today we are redefining everything. Okay.
SEC style, Biden style.
We are shifting goalposts. Okay, and if you think that we're shifting the goalpost to the location that you think it is, yes, we are moving it there, but we're just going to move it again once you get there. I know I sound stupid right now. So does the SEC. Let's jump into this thing, right? So check this out. The judge rules.
By the way, talking of rejection,
can
we reject these cookies? Because that was another thing that they did to us with this all internet monitoring everything.
Manipulation, robbery, invasion of privacy.
I didn't actually not know that Jerry Gensler was a twin.
He's a twin?
Yeah.
Oh.
He has a look-alike, but his look-alike he look much younger. He's not losing his hair like he is.
I don't even give a shit to even know about anything about this guy.
Oh, jeez.
So judge rules that Coinbase and SEC, okay, will be granted equal argument time. I mean, is there a situation where they should not grant them equal argument time?
Only in America? Sure.
Land of the free, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Admits a legal showdown. Showdown. Incredible.
It's going to be XRP all over again. They're about to lose again.
Exactly. Coinbase and SEC vie for courtroom dominance over cryptocurrency regulations and unregistered securities. Okay.
What is a security?
Coinbase gears up to challenge the SEC's claims in court. You see, in recent events, the U.S. District Court has greenlit a mutual proposition between cryptocurrency platform Coinbase and the SEC. This agreement entails an equitable division of the allocated oral argument time, splitting it evenly between the two entities. I mean,
gang.
Interesting. Was there a situation where Coinbase was getting like 30 minutes of argument time before, and then the SEC might get 2 hours?
Hey, man, it be happening in court like that sometimes, man. I've had a judge, when I got a speeding ticket, that guy didn't even let me say a single word. I was guilty on arrival.
They say equality for all, don't they? Until they start exposing themselves. Self-snitching is what this is. But this snitches on themselves so deep, and we're going to get into it here. Okay, so this is scheduled for January 17. The hearing will grant both of them equal time, right? And this is a legal precedent in the making, they say. The legal confrontation. Sorry, did I say? Yes, the legal confrontation holds the potential to set a precedent with far-reaching ramifications for the cryptocurrency sphere. Should they
pump it up,
right?
We go pump it up.
The SEC, or should the SEC emerge triumphant in this legal battle, it could establish a standard obligating other cryptocurrency exchanges to register with the SEC, heralding an era of heightened security and regulatory oversight in the industry.
That will stop all the shitcoinery, though.
Well, here's the thing. If you want to stop shitcoinery, on what count, right? And in which direction are we going to next? Okay?
Yep.
Because if you're stopping shitcoinery because you're not the one benefiting from the shitcoinery, then it is pointless. It is stupid to even stop the shitcoinery. I don't want shitcoinery to be stopped if it does not mean that we're going to be getting clean, clear regulations with safety mechanisms in place to ensure that things like rock pool are a thing of the past.
The dark pools that they use in the stock market.
Exactly.
Why don't you fix the stock market? We have the same thing going on there.
Exactly. I don't want shitcoinery to stop if it is going to become the stock market, essentially. Let's put it that way. Damn, you pretty much summarized that perfectly. But why is this? You see, these people are trying to figure out what a security is. They've been trying to figure this out for a very long time. In the stock market, the security is defined by, the standards there, how we test and such. And things that have been agreed upon from a very long time ago depend based on how the stock market, the traditional stock market works. Now we're in the crypto space.
The asset type, how it's created.
Exactly.
If you get money from somebody to buy, to create that value or to create that assets.
Now, I think that the biggest thing in this shitcoinery space now is that we have these digital assets with smart contracts.
NFTs.
Right? That take out that element of the human interaction.
Mm-hmm.
There is a different level of transparency. In fact, using this blockchain technology and the transparency that it has the capability to provide, it almost makes the SEC irrelevant.
Not necessary.
Because there is no black pools. The SEC knows of black pools and has not shut it down.
Nope.
So when they're ending this shitcoinery, with what conscience do they think they can be ending the shitcoinery? Furthermore, I will also present that if we are now confused about what securities are and whether the SEC should be engaged in regulating all this cryptocurrency space as securities and such, it seems to me that we have now opened the window to redefine what a security is.
Well, I was surprised. They
Okay.
redefine inflation.
Right. And so if we're now opening the window to redefine what a security is, I don't think we want to redefine it to what Gary Gensler and his people say it is. We all want to have a say in it. In this case, it just happens that Coinbase is the one spearheading the situation. Hopefully, they have their shitcoinery compadres' interests at heart and will be arguing for that. But if that window is open, then absolutely 100%, I think that the definition of what this space is going to be should not be determined or defined by the SEC themselves, because their history, their reputation is not very solid. And this, in fact, diminishes the authority in the space as a regulator and any sort of validity that they had.
It kills decentralization, at least in the crypto space, not the true decentralization that Bitcoin brings. This is monumental, and nobody's talking about it. If SEC gets away with this, there's no decentralization. Just forget it.
Yeah.
Bend over and pay the taxes. That's it.
Yeah. They're definitely going to reel people in taxes if this happens.
Yep.
In fact, they'll probably just summon everyone and probably just have Zoom court session for every house. We will see how that goes down. I think
this brings in the old 40% taxes on your crypto instead of 20% on stocks. And even with stocks, there are many ways people get away without paying taxes.
Yeah.
Take a loan against your stocks. Can you do that with crypto?
I think the only
All of this is not defined.
Yeah, the main precedent that these people are setting right now is find a way to avoid taxes by all means. Because I don't think anyone is going to sit there and go, oh, it's 40% taxes on crypto, and go, oh, I'm excited to participate. Let's get after it.
It's going to get worse.
I think people are going to be going, how do we avoid 40% tax? And that is the whole nation against this entity. Everyone's mind is going to be, how do we avoid taxes? Go ahead.
The SEC can still accomplish their mission. Like, I think, like Vivek would say, the American presidential candidate would say, the SEC only needs like 8 people working. It's not kidding. They have just ballooned up to doing a lot of things that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The stock market, they're not supporting or helping the investors, even though they claim to be doing that. Companies that have, they're just making a whole lot of money. But with the crypto space, though, they're doing even a lot much worse. Because the technology itself, it's a blockchain technology, right? Yeah. What the SEC is trying to accomplish could be done on the blockchain with a smart contract. You don't need all these people that you're hiring to enforce something that the technology already does. The blockchain will let you know if something is a shitcoin or not. And you cut it off right there. I mean, FTX came out, we cut them eventually. Yeah. Terra Luna, we find out that it wasn't really it comes out eventually.
Always does. Just like the SEC is now coming out, as people would not know what the security is, as people were trying to kill innovation, as people were trying to stifle the progress of what could potentially be the greatest, a significantly improved means of interacting with value assets and things like that.
I mean, imagine you buy a stock.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it takes for that stock to come to reality?
Yeah.
The companies, the valuation of my company is X, Y, and Z. Then they have to go to this big bank to fund them to get them on the exchange. And then you get on the exchange. You know how many backdoor dealings it takes before you could even buy that stock? How much people have made money on stock before you the pre-IPO and then the IPO. There's a ton of bankers making a ton of money off of that process.
Yeah.
Now you have blockchain and cryptocurrencies, not all of them, but the very, very few that allows you to do that without all that back stuff. And Bitcoin is the best of them all. None of that backdoor stuff. You just buy your asset and you own it without the back feeling, oh, you've paid this bank, and then some of these crypto coins do to pay to get on the exchange and all that madness. Come on, the answer is here. Well, people don't see it. Come on.
Well, I think they cannot see it because you have people like Ginsler and his squad. Well, let me not even say his squad because there are actually people in the SEC who are against him. But as a whole machine, you see that the SEC is one of those entities that is not very transparent and does not seem to want to be reaching a solution that works for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting. We'll see how this turns out. But again,
if Coinbase wins this, man, Coinbase would be a good stock to have, though.
Coinbase? Oh yeah, it would definitely be a good stock. Yeah, the crazy thing to me is that at the same time, these people are really trying to do this enforcement taxation thing.
Yeah.
Right? Regulation by enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Taxing people for these things. And they don't even know what they're trying to tax people for. They're just, all they know is that we have to take money from people.
Yep.
And I think that is not going to end very well. It sets a very bad precedent. It's very lazy. Okay, it's very disingenuous. And I think society is going to arise to this thing because all of this is going down at a time when most of society is extremely broke as a consequence of entities like this. But what do I know? I'm just a guy hanging out and ranting to a camera right now.
We're not ranting, man. We are preaching the gospel.
I mean, that's how they like to see it, man. But at the same time, it's like, I think Bitcoin is moving down the train road and nothing can stop it.
Choo choo.
Final thoughts. We'll wrap this one up, double up.
Like you said, the good wrapping of all of this is that inflation is kicking people's bank account. Taxes are kicking back accounts.
Yeah.
Everything is getting expensive. Insurance is expensive. Gas is expensive. Food is expensive. And yet the governing body that governs the nation is still finding ways to take more money out of you. You have shrinkflation. You have inflation. You can't afford the food, you can't buy a house, your car you can't get, interest rates are high, and yet you still want to take away from people that have come up with a solution to make things better for them. But no, you got to take away from that as well. Come on, man. That's not what government is for. Government is here to govern and make people's life better, not make it a lot more frustrating. And the SEC just seems to want to frustrate people. I know I'm not a big fan of Coinbase, but I'm on Coinbase side on this one.
Listen, man. They say don't make principle of yourself. I'm not a fan of Coinbase either, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of people trying to essentially decide what the rest of society is going to define something as or perceive something as. So I'm all for the battles. Let's keep the battles going for sure. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a spectacular time when we're able to share this information with you, hear from you as well, etc., etc. All we ask is that you please subscribe to the channel, like the video and share it with your friends, okay? Also follow us over on STAKK, on X as STAKK is the name there, and of course Spotify, STAKK.
Like I said, also check us out at STAKK. We could have a STAKK app. Who knows?
Hey, listen, man. Just assume that there is a STAKK app. There's nothing that we cannot do. I mean, if you can think it, it's already existing. So have no fear. The STAKK app exists. It will come to you one day. Have no fear. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate everyone subscribing. It's really incredible. And I think that this is the battle of our lives. And definitely the change of our future that we always envisioned. But we're now seeing it in action. And everyone should be doing their part. Don't worry. Alright, until next time, praise and out.